What's up, everybody? Week 16 is in the books. That means it is time for a Week 16 quarterback film breakdown brought to you by Hot Chikn Kitchn in Woodbridge, Virginia. Try it out. Hot Chikn Kitchn, the best chicken sandwich, chicken strips that you've had, okay? Go there, talk to Anthony, talk to Freddie, tell them Tay and Todd sent you. You'll love it. This is the last quarterback film breakdown that I'll be doing of Dwayne Haskins as a member of the Washington football team organization as he was just released. His last game being what I would say was his worst game as a member of the Washington football team. He was just highly inaccurate, just made some really bad decisions, was bad in the pocket, just unfortunate that things went the way they did, but just a really bad game, Week 16, in a winnable game against this Carolina Panthers team. After that, Taylor Heinicke stepped in, and he played really well. You know, he wasn't perfect. He had a ball that really should have been intercepted. He had one bad decision down the field, and then at the goal line, he missed what should have been a touchdown opportunity. But outside of that, he really made some good plays, and I'd be curious to see him on the field again if Alex Smith is unable to play. So we're going to get into all of that. Dwayne Haskins, Taylor Heinicke. We'll see all the missed opportunities. I thought the wide receivers really did not help these quarterbacks and didn't step up. So let's get into it. If you like this content, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share it, comment, and thank you for watching. Here we go. First, attempt of the game for Dwayne Haskins. Simple, just a half field, high-low read. So half field obviously meaning you're trying to keep him only looking at half of the field. So we're cutting off this half of the field to start, all right? And you've got Logan Thomas running an out, and then you've got Cam Sims running a deeper out. And so Dwayne Haskins is starting with the fake, and then he's reading right, high, low, right? So either these defenders stay back on Cam Sims, and that will give you Logan Thomas, or these defenders stay down on Logan Thomas, and that'll give you Cam Sims. So you can clearly tell that Logan Thomas is not open, right? Right about here. I mean, it's pretty obvious Logan Thomas is not open. The Panthers do a pretty good job of covering this, right? Logan Thomas is not there. Robert Foster is about to break inside, and he's going to have a linebacker underneath of him, and your check down's not there either. So Dwayne opts for Cam Sims here. Now I'm curious, Cam Sims, I think, maybe needs to make a harder angle, break a harder angle towards the sideline here. But I think the problem on this play more than anything is Dwayne hesitates. Watch him. I don't know why he doesn't throw it when he first, he's about to, and then he doesn't, and then he does. And at that point, you just run out of room. If he throws this ball right here and puts it right where Cam Sims is heading, then maybe you're putting it to him right on the sideline. He waits, and then he just throws a bad ball, right? I mean, and you see how far that landed out of bounds. It landed over here, about a yard out of bounds. So we're off to a bad start. I won't even say a terrible decision. I think he could have come off of it, but if he comes off of it, that's not there, and this may or may not be there. At that point, you're looking, stepping up and running. So it's not the decision so much that is bad. I think it's more so the execution. He should be letting this ball go right here. When he does finally let it go, it's just a bad throw. 3rd and 8 now. And you see the Panthers, they're showing first of all, they look kind of confused, right? You've got a bit of a cover 4 or cover 2 look here, and then along the line, let me go back just a bit. They've got 6 down. They're showing a double A-gap blitz right there. They've got 7 on the line. So the pressure is coming from somewhere, you assume. You don't know where exactly. So you have this guy dropping back. You have this guy dropping back. You have this guy blitzing and this guy blitzing. So 3rd and 8. And Dwayne gets to the top of his drop and is throwing the ball, which is good, right? He's got a couple options. He's got Logan Thomas, and he's got, I want to say maybe that's Steven Sims breaking in, or Robert Foster. Or Cam Sims, actually. I think it's Cam Sims. He's got a couple options. He opts for Logan Thomas. Perfectly fine. You can go here or you can go here. But this is just a bad throw again. Now, it's a catchable ball, and I will say that Logan Thomas does need to bring this catch in. On the other hand, if Logan Thomas doesn't even get his head around, then this is suddenly probably going the other way to the house. It's an inaccurate throw. This ball needs to be out in front. It needs to be on his body or just out in front. He puts it way behind and high. So it's a tough catch, one that Logan Thomas needs to make, but shouldn't have to make a tough catch here. This is just to show the level of inaccuracy that Dwayne Haskins displayed in this game was worse than we'd seen in any game previously. And so you don't convert here because of really a couple of really inaccurate throws by the quarterback. Next drive, you're running the ball. Now, I didn't like the decision to even throw here because you've been running the ball this whole drive, all right? You've run the ball 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive times, gotten you from the 43 to the 40. I didn't think there was a reason to drop back in this situation. Just keep running the ball. You just got a 10-yard carry. Now, I understand you can't just run the ball every play, but it's been working, so I would have been fine with continuing here. This is a fumble. It is a fumble, actually. The ball gets knocked out of his hand, and then it goes forward, not because he had a grip on it, but his arm movement led the ball forward, but it was not in his possession. So it was a fumble to me, and I can't put this one on Dwayne Haskins, right? This pressure around the edge is it's there too fast, right? Cornelius Lucas this week and last week, I would say, has had a couple of his worst games here, and that's a 98 coming off the edge and just winning around the edge with the speed rush and just getting just enough of the wrist there to turn this into a fumble. So this one I can't put on Dwayne Haskins, right? He's dropping back, boom, and he's ready to throw. This one's not on him. Your left tackle's got to hold up better than that. So 2nd and 7 now, next possession. Now it appears that the Panthers are kind of just in their base nickel, and it looks like this is just cover 4, is what it looks like to me. Like that. Forgive these terrible lines. You know what the deal is by now. And then you've got 4 down, and then you've got 3 underneath, right? That's what it looks like. That's what it seems to play out as. Just base cover 4. Down at the bottom, you've got Robert Foster, who's just running a vertical route. This cornerback is playing him tight at the line, right? Robert Foster is a fast guy, but I think he's basically saying, I'm not really scared of you. And he's just playing up on him, and he covers it well. This is a bad throw by Dwayne Haskins. It's a bad decision and a bad throw. It's almost like these decisions are just premeditated. I know where I'm going with the ball before the snap. Now, maybe what Dwayne is saying is this, right? He's saying this, right? Tight man, as opposed to this. And he's saying, hey, Robert Foster's running a vertical route, and I'm expecting him to win, so I'm gonna just throw it. But that's not what happens, right? You gotta look at that, and I think what he's saying right here is the back turned by the defender, by the cornerback here. And once he sees this, he's saying, hey, I'm just going to throw it up there. Now, Robert Foster kind of seems to give up on the route. I mean, is that Trey Boston, I think, getting over top of him? I think that maybe, I'm not sure exactly. Getting over top of him, I mean, it's good coverage. But on top of that, I mean, look at where the ball lands, right? Look at where your receiver is. The ball is right here. And look at where your receiver is. I mean, that ball is still overthrown. It's still out of bounds. Still a bad throw. You got to get your check down. You got to work downfield and then just go right here. So just off to a bad start in terms of decision making and inaccuracy for Haskins in this game. Some of it was just inaccuracy and bad decisions for Dwayne, and some of it was just bad luck. Here he actually does a good job going through his process, going through his progressions, and being ready to throw to an open receiver down the field. It just gets batted at the line, right? He's starting off left. Right? He knows he's got a couple in-breaking routes. It looks like he's looking over here. Logan Thomas is 3rd and 7. And then he comes back, works to Cam Sims. He starts coming down there, and you've got Cam Sims coming over the middle wide open. And that's where he's throwing the ball. Now, we don't know if it'll be an accurate ball. We'll assume it'll get in his vicinity, but it just gets batted down at the line of scrimmage. So that's probably a conversion you would have had. A good job by Dwayne Haskins working from right. He's working from the offensive left and then coming back to the other side, getting his head and getting his hips around, throwing that ball, but it gets batted. So now you haven't converted again. But this was actually one of the good plays from Dwayne Haskins, but just, bad luck here and a good play defensively. 1st and 10. Next drive. This is just a simple play action bootleg. We don't see a lot of these here with this Scott Turner, this offense that he runs. We don't see it a lot. This is just pretty simple, basic stuff. Just Logan Thomas going to block off the edge and then leak out. Simple, easy stuff. You get 5 yards. 1st and 10 now. Let's get the ball out of his hands quickly. Get it in the hands of our playmakers. See if we can get something going. So he just gets the ball out on a little swing pass, a designed swing pass, kind of like a swing screen, really. You got the pre-snap motion where you're trying to get the defense moving, focused that way to start, and then you work the other side. But the problem is Isaiah Wright. He's got to do just a much, much, much better job blocking here. Watch him. Block somebody. Block one or the other. Block one or the other. Now, Gandy Golden seems like he's working down to 24. Okay, now, I'm not in the wide receivers coach's room. This is basically what you've got. You've got two receivers. Let me get this paused right. Okay, you've got 2 receivers right here, and you've got 3 guys in the general vicinity. All right. So you know that Antonio Gibson's going to face one person unblocked, one-on-one, where he has to break a tackle. But let's just imagine here if Isaiah Wright handles that, if Antonio Gandy Golden handles that, right about here, and Gibson's getting the ball, and both of these guys are being blocked. Then imagine how much room Gibson has to work with, right? Instead, you've got Isaiah Wright just completely, and that's right here, completely missing a block on either. I mean, he doesn't even try hard, and that's a problem, right? He just I don't know, he kind of just pushes him along to Gibson and says, hey, go tackle him. Yeah, he's right there, go tackle him. See? Oh, here, let me help you. Right? It seems like he's headed here, but then he sees him and tries to come back here, and it's just like block one or the other. Don't block neither of them. And then Antonio Gandy Golden, I'm sure, is supposed to block, the guy who's over top of him, but, maybe it's at some point you kind of say, hey, okay, well, he's backpedaling this way. I'm going to go right here. But what I'm willing to bet is that the way that this is coached up is these are our main focus. Let's go here and let's go here. And let's not, hopefully this guy won't even have an angle at it. Or if he does, that's the one. So basically he's saying you block the most outside defender. Gandy Golden blocked the most outside. Isaiah Wright blocked the most outside. And we'll let the most inside see if he can even make it in there. So you see where Isaiah Wright is headed. He's headed here. I don't know. He's got to stick with that. Stick with that. Okay, because the problem now, Gibson doesn't break that first tackle really, but the problem is he's got 2 guys here now. And so I'm willing to bet that's how that's coached up. You go outside, and what ends up happening is a negative 2-yard gain because no one wanted to block anybody. So 2nd and 12 here. Dwayne's going to work J.D. McKissick. The check down, he's starting left. You've got this going inside. You've got this kind of seam. He's just staying right here, Gandy Golden. Now, I think the problem is not that Dwayne goes to the check down. I think the decision is okay, but the problem is that it's either he gets to his check down too fast or too late or not when he should. There doesn't seem to be an in-between of where, hey, I'm going to drop back and I'm really going to read this out. That's not there. So I'm going to work my check down. It's kind of just a, hey, I'm going to drop back and get to my check down. Or it's a, hey, I'm going to drop back and throw it down the field. And it's, so you get 4 yards. And I'm not saying that he should have done much differently on this particular play, but we'll see other plays where or we've seen it in the past, and we'll see it in this game where it's, hey, you should have you kept your eyes downfield longer. I remember saying that early in the season, weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4 when he started. He either gets to his check down too early, too late, or not at all when he should have. And that tends to be the issue here. I see this linebacker dropping, and so I don't know if this is coming open or not because he starts to move up on account of the ball being thrown, but yeah, that's my spiel on Dwayne Haskins and getting to his check down just too quickly sometimes. All right, 3rd and 8. Line to gain is the 35. So right here, okay? This is where you got to get, right there. And they're just running, Logan Thomas is kind of run out to the flat. You've got a little curl route here. You've got a curl route here. You've got a flat route. You've got a check down, okay? This is what it looks like. Watch how quickly Dwayne gets out of the pocket. Drop and immediately runs out of the pocket. Watch it again. Immediately runs out of the pocket. Watch it here. Why is he running out of the pocket so fast? He gets to the top of his drop and immediately. Let me show you where he decides he's going to take off. Right here. This is where he decides. This is where he decides that he's going to evade. He's going to leave the pocket. Now let's look at that from this angle. All right, it's right here where he decides he's going to leave the pocket. Now he's got this coming up, about to come open right here. This is about to be open, okay? You could even throw this probably right now. You got your check down coming open. Again, you got to get right here. 35 is the line to gain. You've got him open, honestly. If you throw this ball out in front of him, he's running, he's getting a first down. And you've got this about to come open. This is the only option you don't have. He leaves from the pocket way too soon here. He did this at least three times in this game. Now look. Brandon Sheriff falls down. His feet get caught up, and he falls down. He still doesn't have to run out of the pocket. He should still be shoulders facing this way, looking this way. He either should have gotten rid of the ball or should be getting rid of the ball right now. And if he absolutely needs to, take a step this direction with his shoulders still facing this way, take a step, slide left, and then hit your check down, hit whoever may be. He takes off and runs. Okay, now he makes the throw along the sideline, and you get the first down, and it works out. But it worked out this time. But it speaks to a larger issue, okay? Why is he leaving from the pocket so soon? This is when he decides to leave from the pocket. Look, he's turning around. This ball could be thrown. This ball could be thrown. This ball could be thrown. Wait another second, and this ball could be thrown. 4 options to get right here. Again, it works out. Steven Sims does a good job of getting open. I think Dwayne thought he could run and get it. He kind of tends to think this. Does a good job getting his eyes back downfield and making a catchable ball. It's up there. Sims has to go all the way up and get it. He gets it. Gets his feet down, making up for that fumbled punt. But still, you'll see later in the game, leaving the pocket too soon, unnecessarily. But you convert on this play. It worked out. All right, 1st and 10 after the 3rd down conversion. Here's what we've got. We're going to play action. Got Logan Thomas on this. Gibson on the check down. And then we've got a post and kind of like a wheel underneath it, okay? These guys are holding up. They're taking the safety and the cornerback with them, all right? So Dwayne is reading play action. He's reading, it's almost like high-low. Now what you're doing with the play action fake is you want, these guys to key up on the play action fake. That's what you're hoping will happen. Doesn't happen too much, right? They don't really step up. So Logan Thomas is about to break this way. And now this guy is either going to step up on the check down, which is on its way, or he's going to stay back on Logan Thomas. And based on what he does, based on what this man does, you're either throwing it to Logan Thomas or you're throwing the check down to Gibson. Again, when I said predetermined, Dwayne goes play action. Logan is breaking. And this guy maybe just does a good job. Maybe he's hidden. Maybe Dwayne can't see him. All I know is Antonio Gibson is sitting here, and if he's wide open, that means that Logan Thomas probably isn't wide open. Makes a really athletic play getting up, making that interception, but he just baited him. He just baited him, right? I mean, he just reads this wrong. I don't know what Dwayne can see, right? I don't know how he's seeing this, but he just reads it wrong and makes the wrong throw. This ball has got to go to Gibson, okay? There's no reason that this ball is being thrown here. It should be thrown here. Gibson's getting yards after this, okay? Interception, a bad decision. Just a bad decision and a poor job of just reading out the play. Bad decision, bad throw. All right, 1st and 10 now after the interception. Couple things. One, I think Dwayne is really frazzled now. Let's go with the word frazzled, okay? There's no reason that he's missing this throw right here. There's no reason that throw is being missed. Now, let's look at it again, because that's the first thing I'm going to say. The second thing that I'm going to say is I think that Antonio Gibson is not really running this route as well as it can be run. Okay? You may remember that 2-point conversion, the Giants game, right? Who wouldn't remember that? Here, get these defenders, get whichever one is supposed to be moving this way with you, and then boom, break hard back inside. Gibson always kind of rounds it, kind of wheels it around. It's not sharp, it's not crisp, and he starts kind of going upfield instead of back across the field. He should be going from here to boom. Let me try that again. Boom. But he kind of goes boom. And so, yeah. So that's if I'm saying that maybe Dwayne missed this throw because Gibson ran it a little incorrectly, maybe. Also, maybe Dwayne he's throwing it there. I was going to say maybe he's throwing it to Logan Thomas, but he's throwing it there. Maybe Gibson's supposed to run that route at a different angle. Or Dwayne just misses the throw. I mean, he gets the ball out of his hands with the pressure, the free rusher coming. So I'm going to give him that. But again, I don't know if the accuracy is on him or if it's on the route. Either way, it's incomplete. And I think that this also feels like one of those throws where you're just putting more on it than is necessary. Unnecessary velocity. Just feels like a bit of unnecessary velocity on this one. Take a little bit off of it. There's no reason that this was an incomplete pass. That's basically the point I'm trying to get across. 1st and 10. Now remember we talked about getting to your checkdowns too fast, right? Okay. Let's see what's happened on this play. Boom, 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 and check down. Okay. Panthers are showing single high. All right. So with the single high, if it's cover 2, then you're thinking Logan Thomas maybe getting open. Maybe Sims right here in this slot, but probably more so Thomas. If it's single high, you're thinking, hey, this seam route would be there because the safety's he's going to sit middle. You're keeping him middle with your eyes, quarterback. You're keeping him middle, and then you're going to the seam. He's with him. He's sitting with him. He's staying middle. That's where you're keeping him with your eyes. And then the seam route is getting over top of these underneath defenders who are staying underneath. And then you're going to have a window to make this throw, okay? Let's see what happens. Boom. There's your window to make this throw, okay? That's open. That is open. Check down. You get 12 yards. So this is less about individual plays and the individual result. It's more about just a pattern that at this point we can say we've seen. This is a throw we haven't seen attempted much this year. I'll say in general, I'll say definitely from Dwayne, this is not a throw that we've seen attempted much this year. Getting off of it too fast. He starts off this way, can make that throw. This is a throw we saw, and we'll see later in this Taylor Heinicke make kind of immediately. You go with the check down, you get 12 yards. but it still speaks to this mentality, and I think he's just kind of, his confidence is shot here. And he's worried that he's just not seeing the field well. Maybe he's missing something and it'll be an interception. But you'll see he starts off right. Let me get back here. Just right. He starts off, looking that way. He's reading right. Then he just, opts for the check down. And you get 12 yards. But I'm just pointing out that there's a bigger play opportunity that is readily available. And if you, let me go back half a second right here. He's reading it. He sees it. He sees it coming, but opts for the check down. But this is open, and this is the sort of thing where, receivers down the field, this starts happening enough, and it's just like, hey, I'm not expecting to get this ball. I don't have confidence that this guy's going to get me the ball when I'm open down the field. But you get 12 yards here with the check down. 2nd and 11 here. Just a spot concept. Spot. Going out like that. I think he's going to the flat right there. Dwayne just opts to hit McKissick out of the backfield. I think he's seeing this room here. The room just fills in quickly, and they just make a solid tackle there. I don't know how this is meant to be read out, but you just don't get any yards in 2nd and 11. And like I said, I don't know how it's meant to be read out. And I think maybe this is a rub you're looking for, or a bit of a jam there. You've got these here where you're getting yards. But again, I don't know how it's coached to be read out. So whatever happened. You get no gain on this play, and it's tough to say exactly what the process is supposed to be on this play. So now you've got 3rd and 11. Remember earlier we talked about Dwayne getting out of the pocket too soon and how it worked out that time, but it speaks to a larger issue. Getting out of the pocket too soon. 3rd and 11. We'll watch this play out. Now, all right, I'll be the first to say I'd love to see Cam Sims make this tough catch, this low catch down the field. I'd love to see him make that catch, okay? Not every throw is going to be perfect. I want to see you catch the ball. So that's what Cam Sims could have done better on this play. But at this point, this play and Cam Sims even being in a position to have to catch the ball like that is the result of bad quarterbacking, okay? That's the point I'm trying to get across. So let's look at what happens here, back here. You drop back, keeping your eyes center, then you start reading right. He's looking at Steven Sims, which is over here, and he's covered. He's not open. Okay, that's fine. What is causing Dwayne here to turn around, to turn his back to the defense, and then run away? What is causing? There is no pressure. There's no pressure. Right here. You got to be able to just maneuver in the pocket. Keep your eyes downfield. Keep your eyes downfield here. Don't turn your head. And then if you do turn your head, you can turn your head and whip your hips back around. And then look at this pocket he has now still. Just plenty of time. You are creating pressure for yourself by doing this. Now look, again, on the run, you're making this throw. It's landing right there. It's getting to him, just enough. You want to see him make that catch. It is a low throw, but let's look. If he never leaves the pocket, let's see what could have happened earlier. Okay? This all could have been so much easier. Dropping back. This is when he's looking at Steven Sims, and Steven Sims is not there. So he can stay right, and I believe he can make this throw. If there's one thing Dwayne Haskins has, it's arm strength. And if you put this throw all the way outside and over top of this underneath defender, this throw is there to be made. All right, you can make that throw. Or you can come back left, and Cam Sims has absolutely won. I mean, he's wide open. Like he starts inside, he gets his guy to make a move on that, and then boom. Cam Sims is open for what should be a touchdown. And Dwayne has plenty of time to work through all of this. Right? All right, no Sims. Say you want this. No. All right. And this is what he sees flash in front of him that causes him to run. But you got to know that you don't have to do that. And then you could flip your hips back around right here. Or you could just not turn around at all, and you could just make this throw right here. And again, arm strength, Dwayne can make this throw before this defender has a shot at it, okay? Maybe it won't be a touchdown, but you'll be inside the 10. So right here, he can step back, he can step left, keep his eyes downfield, and boom, that's there. But he just panics. And this is something we hadn't even seen him do a ton of. Now, we'd seen him kind of leave pockets early, but he was doing it a lot in this game from really clean pockets. Just good pockets. He's good here, man. This was a problem, and this was concerning. And again, I'll say, you want to see Cam Sims make this catch, but this was all made much more difficult than it ever needed to be. Okay, and it spoke to a larger issue. You want to see him make the catch? He should have got the ball here. He should have got the ball somewhere around here, and then on top of that, this throw is low, and it could be a much easier catch for him. So, this is a bad play that could have been salvaged by Cam Sims making a catch here. If this is Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, with all the credibility they've built up, then, it's a low throw like that. Hey, you've got to catch it. Cam Sims, you've got to catch it, but why is this play happening like this? Why is this throw ending up so low? These are the questions. These are the problems, that with Dwayne Haskins in this situation. Because we're not talking about Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes. We're talking about Dwayne Haskins. So I'd say poor process, poor execution, salvaged, by a good enough throw that could have been caught, but much more difficult than it ever needed to be. 1st and 10. Trying to just maybe get in field goal range before the half, just something. You step up in the pocket, which is good, and then you make just a bad throw that, if is actually on time and accurate, is maybe a pick six heading the other way, right? Like that's possibly a pick six heading the other way. Antonio Gandy-Golden, he struggled in this game for sure, but this ball is way low and behind where it should be. If you're trying to throw this ball to Gandy-Golden, then it's got to be outside, right? It's got to be over here. It's inside and it's low, and if it's not low, then it's a pick six because it's inside. The defender has better shot at the ball. You got Logan Thomas here, or you could make a better throw to Gandy-Golden. You don't have to rush this. Whatever. It's almost intercepted, but it's not. It's a low throw. Bad throw. 2nd and 10, and this is just another ugly interception. And I'm going to tell you what Dwayne Haskins is seeing here, okay? This is another high-low. This is high-low, kind of levels read. Gandy-Golden just running a fly. Sims running a corner. Logan Thomas running to the flat, all right? And you're just reading it out. I don't know whether it's high to low, whether it's low to high, but he's probably the goal of this play is probably to, take this guy back with the fly route, bring this guy up, and you want this guy to go up or to stay back, and you're hoping that this corner route's going to be open to Steven Sims. If not, you're probably just working Logan Thomas in the flat. What Dwayne sees is boom, start again half field. What he sees is this right here. Watch him run up on the flat route, which is his responsibility. But he reads Dwayne's eyes, and I think at this point he just diagnoses the play. He knows what's coming because he starts reacting before this ball even gets thrown. He's headed upfield. So Dwayne throws it, and he's just right there to make the interception. Now I think it's intercepted either way. I don't think it was a matter of if, but who intercepted it. And this is the sort of thing where I think, pre-snap, you're seeing this, and you're kind of getting an idea that there's not going to be much going on here. Right? Because, you've got 4 defenders. There's one back here, and then 3 over here against 3 receivers. Now, the other thing I want to point out on this play is that Steven Sims, watch him break his route over top of Gandy-Golden. Now, I can guarantee you that is not supposed to be the case. He is supposed to be running this route underneath him, okay, not over top of him. Now, whether Gandy-Golden is just running too slow, whether Steven Sims is running too fast, whether Sims breaks too soon, I can't tell you. But I can guarantee you that is not supposed to happen, and that Sims is not supposed to run his route over top of Gandy Golden for this exact reason, okay? So that's what happens when you have all these young receivers playing. It definitely didn't help things, and like I said, this guy's there. I think that may have slowed Steven Sims down enough where this defender wasn't there. This ball's still intercepted, but still ugly interception. And Dwayne, I think, just again reading it out incorrectly. It's not there. And 1st and 10, first attempt out of halftime. Panthers marched down the field and took up a lot of clock. 7 minutes left in the third. Chase Young forcing a fumble, trying to give his team a chance to win. Now let's talk about this play. 2 things. Quarterback and the receiver made a mistake. Young receiver, I think there's a lot of stuff on film for this game for these, for wide receiver coach to go over with these young guys. All right, so I'm going to talk about the wide receiver, Cam Sims, in this case first. Just running a little a curl route, comeback route. He's got to come back to this ball. He has got to come back to this ball fully, okay? Let's watch it again. He starts to, and then he has got to keep coming back to the ball all the way. He allows the defender to play through him and get the ball, right? Get his hands on the ball. Cam Sims has got to come back fully to that ball. Come all the way back, all the way back. Now, having said that, you tell me why Dwayne Haskins waits so long to throw this. Watch him. Why is he waiting? All right, let's look. Cam Sims is at this point looking at Dwayne, and the ball is still not left his hand. And Dwayne is eyeing him the whole time. He waits for him to fully turn around before he starts throwing this ball. If that doesn't happen, then Cam Sims coming back to the ball is not an issue because the ball should be right about here at this point. Then the defender's not going to get a chance at it, okay? Why does he wait so long to throw this ball? Just the timing is off here. Waits way too long. I'm going to tell you when Dwayne should be throwing this ball. Snap, boom, throw. The ball should be being thrown at this moment, if not before. Really, the ball should be boom, throw. Incomplete. First attempt of the game. Dwayne is just off, man. He's obviously had his struggles, but this game was his worst game in his career. He's just off the whole game. Lucky that was not intercepted. Late with the throw. And Cam Sims come back to the ball. 2nd and 10 now after the incompletion. You got McKissick motioning out wide. You're indicating zone coverage. No movement by the defense. Single high. Here Dwayne does a good job of stepping right just enough to avoid the pressure and getting the ball out to J.D. McKissick. It's a high throw, but it's just it's in his reach so he can come down with it, and you get 8 yards. A good job of not just trying to make something happen or trying to run or trying to avoid the free rusher and getting the ball out quick. So this is a positive play here by Dwayne. Get 8 yards. Free rusher. Now there shouldn't be a free rusher, but the Panthers overload this side, and so again you've got 2 guys here blocking nobody, and you've got 1 guy here trying to figure out which of these 2 he's supposed to block. So that's how you end up with the free rusher on a 4-man rush with the 5-man protection. But a good job there by Dwayne getting that ball out. 3rd and 2. This is the 50-yard catch and run Cam Sims. Boom. Good play, right? Yeah, it is a good play. You get 50 yards. But you know what I'm going to talk about is this play, again, was made to be much more difficult than it ever had to be. Watch Dwayne here, all right? He's turning his back to the defense here. Again, look at this pocket. That is a prime pocket in the NFL. Turning his back to the defense. And not just turning his back to the defense, but then starting to run. Turning his back, and then not just flipping his hips again right here and getting his eyes back downfield, but turning all the way around and starting to cut off half the field unnecessarily. Now he finds Cam Sims wide open, has the arm strength to get it to him, 50-yard gain. But look at when Cam Sims comes open. 3rd and 2, you need 2 yards. Cam Sims is wide open here. Dwayne can't see it because his back is to the defense for no reason. And then he's wide open, and Dwayne is running away from him. Let's watch it from this side, okay? Cam Sims is wide open now. He's wide open. You tell me why Dwayne is turning his back to the defense. Again, this is a problem. These plays it's much harder than it needed to be. We hadn't seen him do a lot of this, and I think maybe these were what's so strange about it is it's happening in situations where there is not pressure. There's no pressure. Where's the pressure? There's no pressure. And that's the problem. It's one thing to not be able to handle pressure when it's there. It's another thing to be acting as though there is pressure when there isn't pressure. That's a separate problem. And Dwayne just was not comfortable and not settled in this pocket at all in this game. He had time. Most situations, he had time in the pocket. He either had plenty of time or 0 time. This is one of those situations he had plenty of time. Boom. Cam Sims is open. You stay in that pocket, stand it, you throw it there, you're getting just as big a gain, if not more. If Dwayne's standing here and he throws this ball right here, you're getting probably just as many yards. They just completely forgot about him. Making it harder than it needs to be. You end up getting 50 yards. And here's what I'll say about these plays. If he was under legitimate pressure before he had a chance to get the ball to these open receivers, and then he's, running around and then finding them, and then that's different. If he's under pressure before he has a chance to get the ball to these open guys, which he's had in each of these situations, and then he's scrambling, he's buying time, and then he's finding somebody, then that's positive. Then that's a good thing. The problem is that he's not under pressure. That he's acting as though there is pressure. He's getting uncomfortable in a clean pocket, and then scrambling and running around and finding guys when you could just stand in the pocket, operate within the design of the play. That is the problem. That is the issue here. I just wanted to clear that up. Now here's a good play by Dwayne Haskins on 2nd and 16 where you end up with 14 yards. Drops back, gets the ball to his check down, J.D. McKissick, who gets you 14 yards. Very good play there. It looks like he is about to throw either to McKissick or Isaiah Wright, who is further down the field. I can't tell exactly right here. If he's about to throw it to McKissick or he's waiting for him to get his head around, and then he gets it to him there, which seems most likely, waiting for him to get his head around and then gets it to him. So this is a good one, right? Stays in the pocket. This pocket is collapsing some, but again, doesn't panic, stays in the pocket. He can do it. The problem is the consistency. If he throws it before he's about to throw it before McKissick is looking for the ball, that's going to be an incompletion or worse. Holds on to it and then gets it accurately, when he's off base. That's a good play there. If we could see this consistently, we'd be good to go. 14 yards put you in a 3rd and 2 situation. Now, remember again, earlier I said bad plays, but also some bad luck for Dwayne Haskins. The first fumble was bad luck, a pass that was batted down on 3rd down earlier, bad luck. And this one, man, just bad luck. It's Morgan Moses getting beat. Let's see it from this angle, getting beat off the edge there by Brian Burns. And this should be a touchdown. He should have at least left the game with a touchdown throw. Maybe he doesn't get benched if this is complete and you walk away with a touchdown here and you're at 20-10 instead of 20-6. Gets just enough of his wrist there to affect the throw. It still gets out there. McKissick, it's tough to say. I think that it still affects the trajectory of the ball some, makes it wobbly. And, it's tough to say. It seems to me like McKissick could have caught it, is what it seems like to me. Bad luck for Dwayne Haskins. He makes the right decision, makes the right read, makes the right throw. There's pressure in his face. McKissick doesn't catch it. It should be a walk-in touchdown, right? Or maybe a run-in touchdown, but a touchdown nonetheless. Dwayne Haskins just could not catch a break in this game. The majority of it is his play, but the couple plays where it could have been, hey, let's, something positive, bad luck. But if there were positive plays in between these, then these ones wouldn't have mattered as much or weighed so heavily. But these are some of the few positive plays, and they're the ones that are going wrong. But there should be more positives. And you see what it's just a pick route. Watch Logan Thomas right here. Watch him just right here. Hey, I'm getting in your way. I'm not pass interfering. It's not offensive pass interference. I'm not blocking you, but I'm just getting in your way just enough. He's good at that. That should have been a touchdown there. All right, 1st and 10 here. Cam Sims running a double move, just like that. And Dwayne's going to pump it, and he's going to throw it, okay? And he should not have. Pump fake, throw. Now it's a bad throw. All right, so it doesn't really matter. The decision at this point doesn't really matter. I'm going to look at where the ball lands again. Look where the ball lands. Look at where Cam Sims is. Just inaccurate. The safety's over top, right? Pre-snap, just before the snap, Panthers are showing cover 4. That's what it is. So, against that look and knowing the play, which is, you don't have anyone holding up this deep safety. So you got this, and then you've got that right there. And I think you've got just a couple of slants coming in this way. There's no one to hold up this deep safety. So it's going to be double covered, basically. And that's exactly what happens. He throws it anyway. It's such a, inaccurate throw that Cam Sims never has a shot at it. But if Cam Sims has a shot at it, then that means that these defenders have a shot at it too. And it's very possibly intercepted. I think Dwayne's got to pump that and then come off of that and then work backside. Work this backside slant route. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. And Dwayne does a good job here of just getting the ball out quick with the free rusher in his face. Just gets the ball out of his hands there. Again, Panthers bring in 4, but having a free rusher, right? They're showing pressure potentially. They're showing 6 in the box. And then he bails. He bails. And then you've got, again, 1, 2, 3 versus 1 and 2. And then you've got 3 versus 1. So that's how that happens again. Morgan Moses steps inside, takes him. And then, these guys can't get over here. So good job by Dwayne Haskins again. Got a guy right in his face. Get the ball out of your hands to get 3 yards. Now 3rd and 7, okay? And this is another good play by Dwayne Haskins. He's stacking a couple good plays back to back. Just a crossing route underneath by Robert Foster. And he gets 28 yards. I mean, it's easy, simple stuff. But we've seen Dwayne struggle with some easy and some simple stuff. This is, boom, there you go. Just accurate throw. He takes a subtle step to the left, makes it a bit easier of a throw. And there you go. Don't get it to him too soon either. He throws it on time. So there you go. Yeah, just a good play there. Good run after the catch. 28 yards. All right. This is deja vu here. What do we got? Boom. 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 Check down. I'm going to let you guess where Haskins looks in this play. What look do we have? Single high. What look do we have last time? Single high. What do we know? We know that these underneath defenders are going to stay where they're supposed to be. And Steven Sims, our guy in the slot, is going to run right past them, and he's going to be open right about here. We know this. We've seen it before. We saw it before halftime. We are down 20-6. 13 minutes left in the 4th quarter. We got to score. We got to get him down the field. Steven Sims is open. Again. Open. Down the field. Open. Down the field. We're going for the check down. Pass gets batted at the line. again, I said, you're starting right, and you're just coming back to the check down. And I don't know what Dwayne's seeing here that's causing him not to make this throw. But I guarantee you this is a throw that he's taught to make. Throw it, right? I mean, it's watch, get to the top of your drop, boom, hitch, throw. Go for the check down, it gets batted. Again, guys run these routes enough, and they just know. They know I'm not getting this ball. He's not throwing this ball my way. No confidence. They don't have confidence in the quarterback that they're going to get the ball. This is a throw that should be made here. This is the type of throw, the type of play where, you make this throw here and you've got these guys coming downfield. And say, you catch it and this guy takes a bad angle and you're able to turn, you're able to go. That's how these big plays happen, It's 1st and 10. This is the time to try to, again, check down. Your check down is open. It's not that your check down is not open, but it's why are we passing this up consistently, time and time again? It's not a one-time thing. This is a consistent thing. Why are we consistently passing that up? That's the problem. So 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 now. Dwayne's going to be under some pressure on this play. I think he does a solid job avoiding, getting out, and getting rid of the ball right before he's taken down. Get pressure right up the middle while he's reading left. And I'll show you what he's reading here. But he does a good job. Get the ball out. Boom. Now who he wants, J.D. McKissick. Who, man, if Dwayne has time and if he's able to make an accurate throw, maybe a touchdown. Right? This is a home run play. You've got J.D. McKissick lined up left in the slot right there. And he's just kind of running this and then going up the field. And he wins. And this is against single high. All right, so this is the look you want for this play. A wheel route up the sideline. You see it right here. And it looks like cover 3, and he carries his guy inside. So this is the underneath defender. He's forced to carry McKissick. Boom, McKissick is gone at this point. Dwayne doesn't have time to get this, so he doesn't have time for this, but that's what he wanted. That's where he was looking. The pressure doesn't give it to him. If this is one of those plays where he had time, like earlier in the game, then, you hope that's a throw that he would make. But I think he does a good job getting the ball out to Logan Thomas and getting you 7 yards there, avoiding the sack. 3rd and 3 now. You got to get to the Carolina 46, okay? You got to get to the 46-yard line right here. You got Gandy Golden running this underneath crossing route. Sims is running that. And that's where he wants. And then Logan Thomas is running this. Logan Thomas is available. He doesn't stay on that, stay right long enough. He starts to work back middle. Again, Sims is covered well by the Panthers, right? Now, Logan Thomas is available, but he's working back to Gandy Golden, and Gandy Golden is not open. He steps up on Gandy Golden's defender under here, steps up on Gandy Golden. So that's not there, not for the 3 yards you need. So he does, he gets out of the pocket, he scrambles. The Panthers really, for the most part, covered this play well. And then I think he does a nice job throwing the ball here. Now, Antonio Gandy Golden, who is a player who I really would like to see thrive, he's got to work on this hands problem, right? It wasn't really an issue in college, especially not his last year or two, but it's been a problem this year. We've seen this happen too many times now. And by too many times, I really only mean 3 or 4, but that's too many times considering the amount of opportunities he's gotten, which is about 3 or 4. So he's got to catch this ball here. There's no reason this ball is not being caught by Gandy Golden. You're bailed out by a defensive holding penalty. He does a good job on this play, extending the play, and then, holding it just enough, getting the ball down the field not down the field, but where you need it to get to convert here. Bailed out by the penalty. Got to catch that, but a solid play by Haskins. 1st and 10, empty. Now, I think that this is where Dwayne is looking first, and then that he comes to this underneath crosser, and you got a vertical, and you got a zig or whip route there. So, Logan Thomas is not open. I wouldn't say that he's really open. He's got a guy draped on his back there. That's where Dwayne throws the ball. It looks like he's looking this way first, and then comes down to Logan Thomas. I think he should stay on right just a bit longer. I think right will uncover here if he stays on him just a bit longer. But for the most part, I think the Panthers really covered this play well. When you look at options available, I think they covered this play pretty well. So here on 2nd and 10, I think is an example of a play where Dwayne Haskins does properly go through his progressions and then work to his check down. I think he does it well on this play. And you get 5 yards to J.D. McKissic, right? Drops back and he's looking downfield. And you've got a couple kind of crossing routes going this way. And the Panthers are covering it well. They do. They cover it well, right? These guys are not open, okay? So then he comes back. That's when he comes back down to his check down. J.D. McKissic can get 5 yards. I think this was a good one here by Dwayne Haskins, right? Downfield and then McKissic. There you go. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. And they're just trying to get the ball to Logan Thomas on just a little. It's almost like a screen pass where you've got 2 wide receivers out blocking. Now remember earlier talked about how does this blocking work? Take the most inside outside guy and you take the most outside guy. So that's what they're doing here again. But blocking is a mentality. I mean, you got to want to win to block. Steven Sims doesn't want it here. And these young receivers in this game, they did not step up in terms of catching the ball or in terms of blocking out here on the edge. Just not good stuff here by Steven Sims. I don't expect Steven Sims to be a great blocker. And I think that's what you will see more from an Antonio Gandy Golden or a Cam Sims. And maybe I want to see one of them out here in this situation. But that's just a bad job of blocking. Logan Thomas needs 2 more yards. He's got to get to the 34. He's just got to get right about here. Right about here. Can we just block a little bit better so that he can just work his way around and get these 2 yards that we need? I think that's just a bad job there by Steven Sims. I just think it's the mentality. You got to want to block. You got to love blocking. You got to just decide to win. And if you want it more than the guy in front of you, you will win. He does not want it more here. And that is a problem. 4th and 2. And here we have the last play for Dwayne Haskins as a member of the Washington football team. And this is the image that people will always remember on 4th and 2, right? 4th and 2, you got to get to the Carolina 34. You've got Cam Sims sitting there at the Carolina 32, and Dwayne Haskins just never gets over to see him. And this is how it ended for Dwayne Haskins, right? Trying to get up, trying to run up, and getting sacked. You're down 14, you need 2 touchdowns, 4th quarter, 10 minutes, 50 seconds left. Can't take a sack here. You just can't. He wants J.D. McKissic out of the backfield, covered. And he looks this way to, I want to say Steven Sims or Logan Thomas again, covered. And then just, doesn't get back left here. If he gets back left, then this pressure is irrelevant. This pressure does not matter if you get back left because this ball is being thrown. On top of that, avoid the pressure. Good job. And then keep your eyes downfield and hit Logan Thomas. Not Logan Thomas, Cam Sims. Instead, you try to run and you get sacked. And that's how it ended for Dwayne Haskins in Washington. Unfortunate, right? I mean, it's a good rush there on Brandon Sheriff, spin around and get past him like that. But again, you don't have to just take off and run here. Boom. That's how it ends with the sack on 4th and 2. Looking Logan Thomas way, looking Steven Sims way, not there. McKissic, boom. And I would argue actually that you can make this throw to Logan if he's looking there. I can't tell if he's looking at Logan or Steven Sims. I got to argue that the throw is there. But just get your eyes back left here and get to Cam Sims. And if he does just, slide left and then, straighten up again and you're staying right, maybe you're seeing Steven Sims here who's turning around trying to create something upfield. Just any way you look at it, there's no reason this play ends as a 6-yard loss. And just the end of Dwayne Haskins' career in Washington. So 1st and 10 with 9 minutes left, and we've got a new quarterback, Taylor Heinicke, Old Dominion University, and if he was trying to, come out the gate and make Dwayne Haskins not look bad, he failed at that because he really did make him look bad here. All right, 1st and 10, and you're just going to hit Steven Sims, just running a little spot route. Boom, and just get 8 yards. Just getting started. This man, he hasn't played. The last snaps were the end of 2018. Was preparing for some college exams just a couple weeks ago. Now he's playing in an NFL game. So 1st and 10, you just get 8 yards there. A good way to start there. 2nd and 2 here, and Heinicke doesn't make a terrible decision. I think he does try to force the ball in a bit. Now, it seems like this ball is catchable again. We talked about Antonio Gandy-Golden. It seems like he should be coming down with this ball, okay? Now, having said that, look on the other side of the field at Logan Thomas. If Heinicke comes off of Gandy-Golden, works back left, then you got Logan Thomas with just some catch and run, ready to go. He's ready to steamroll upfield, and really with maybe only one man to beat, 1 or 2, he's getting some yards here. So Gandy-Golden should catch this, but I would say this is a bit of a missed opportunity by Heinicke. Now it's his 2nd snap in 2 years, so I guess I can go easy on him some. Start off, and if he's able to get back over there. But he's still throwing to a guy who should be able to catch the ball for him there. And he's still making an accurate throw down the field. Now on 3rd and 2, this is honestly impressive by Taylor Heinicke, who was moments away from throwing an interception that would have been returned for a touchdown. And I know that he's mad there. I think that maybe that's Trey Boston. I know he's mad. He thought he had a pick 6. Watch him come down from this spot, right? He knows what's about to happen. He knows Logan Thomas, we've seen this, we know this is about to happen. Taylor Heinicke is about to throw it. This is an easy boom. He sees it, he holds it, and he runs up the field. Really good job there. Really good job by Taylor Heinicke. Impressive in your 3rd snap to see that and then to just decide to take off and got a little bit of wheels on him there. This would have been a house call. Easy one. That would have been an easy pick 6, man. Good job there. 1st and 10 now. Heinicke is working left here, and you've got Cam Sims. You got the Sims twins, one going inside, a dig route, and then you've got that right there, Steven Sims. He's looking Cam Sims' way first, right? He's going from high to low, in just the sense that he's going to the deeper route 1 and then 2 in terms of his reads, his progressions. I think he could stand Cam Sims just a bit longer, who is uncovering over the middle, and we'll have, no one underneath him will be open. He opts for Steven Sims to get 4 yards. Right, and you can kind of see it from behind him here. Good move there by Steven Sims to get a couple extra yards. Now this is a bad snap, and that's a good job of him bringing that in, right? This could have been a fumble. Cam Sims, right, he's looking Cam Sims' way. Looking middle. And then he comes back left all the way to Steven Sims. We get 4 yards there. 2nd and 6 now. And this is impressive here. You're going to have a fly, just a vertical route, and then a crossing route underneath, and then like this by Logan Thomas. Heinicke clearly knows what's happening here. He's aware. He's reading the single high, and then he gets to Logan Thomas over in the 2nd level. Looking at the safety, and then Logan Thomas. This is impressive to be coming in cold off the bench like this. Literally cold off the bench like this, and then to come out and be able to play like this. These are the 2nd level throws that were missing in this game, and that have been missing in this season. I mean, we've seen them, but not nearly as much as we should have been able to. We saw 2 missed opportunities to Steven Sims earlier in this game. Well, there we go. Just right on time, right on rhythm. 19 yards. 1st and 10. Now, okay, we've got cover 4, okay? And we've got this and this, which means that these These two, this safety and this cornerback, are gonna have to execute a switch where cornerback's gonna have to stay on this out route and the safety's gonna have to get back on the post. But he's lined up over top of him. He's lined up over top of him. So that's where the switch is to come into play. Heinicke is reading left, cover 4. Again, they're gonna have to switch on this. Now they switch and they do it decently well, but the moment he sees that happening, the moment Heinicke sees that switch about to happen, he's going that post route to Cam Sims, and he really throws a good ball. I mean, you could say it's a little further out front. Cam Sims has to die for it, but I think it's a good throw. You want Cam Sims again to come down with that. We've seen him make some of these catches in the past. Would love to see him make a couple of them today. He rolls into the end zone, and that's a touchdown if he catches that. A good play, and on Cedar here again, he makes an accurate throw down the field. He reads it properly. The moment he sees him step up here, that's when he starts to throw it. He sees him start to step this way just a bit, and he knows Cam Sims is going to win over top. That's exactly what happens. Just understanding NFL defenses and the plays, the concepts, and then the accuracy to make the throw. On top of that, what I want to add is I like the way he stands in here under pressure. Watch this. And it's not that he's under immediate pressure, but there's rush coming, and he doesn't flinch. He doesn't flinch at all. He doesn't flinch for 1 second. And I like that. Right here. He could drop his eyes and just footwork, everything go out the window, and then maybe just suddenly check it down to Logan Thomas. But he doesn't flinch. I like that. That's impressive to see coming into this game like this. 2nd and 10. And I mean, immediately the difference can be seen literally based on the same exact plays. Right? We've seen this twice so far, okay? And I think that's just a little check down. We've seen this twice, and both times we've seen the check down option thrown to, right? Not this time. Now, this was Heinicke's worst throw of the game. It should have been intercepted. He just completely sailed it. But we've seen this. Again, this is the exact same concept against the exact same defense. Single high. This is the window. You know that it's there. Now, he throws it. We had not seen Dwayne throwing it. Now, again, the ball's too high. He sails it. He's got to get this ball down some. That should have been an interception. So, I would say he's allowed to have a bad throw coming in cold off the bench after 2 years. Thankfully, it's not intercepted. But I like that he understands what's happening and he's making the throws. These are the throws that earlier in this game, twice Dwayne Haskins passed up on, refused to make. Heinicke in his 6th snap or something like that is making this throw. Now just got to be accurate with it, which, pretty much every throw in the game he was. This was his first and really only bad miss. Now on 3rd and 10, Panthers just bring another one of those overload blitzes. They're not playing soft coverage, right? They're not. They are playing defense here. Okay, they are trying to stop this offense from scoring. And just a good job there getting it out. You got a free rusher yet again. Good job getting the ball out there to Antonio Gibson and getting yourself set up for a 4th and 3 instead of anything worse than that. Let's get this ball out. Yeah, again, they're showing, 7 potential rushers here. They bring 5. They bring 4, maybe 5. Maybe he's supposed to rush, but then decides to try to go for the leaking back. But yeah, good play there to get that ball out there. Now on 4th and 3, maybe these Panthers defenders just completely forgot that it was 4th and 3 because, they're just giving so much cushion. It's just such an easy completion. They're just running slants. They're bringing some pressure. And it's just the easiest completion for 9 yards on 4th and 3. Slant. Let me do that one more time. Slant, flat, slant, slant. And it's just really easy. Cam Sims is open the whole way, right? Gandy Golden's open on the other side. It's just beyond easy. There you go. Convert 9 yards on 4th and 3. 1st and 10 now. You've just got a couple crossing routes underneath. Just a mesh concept underneath. Just hit Cam Sims and get 4 yards. Not much to it there. Steven Sims and Cam Sims just crossing each other against zone. And just get the ball out. Boom. 4 yards. 2nd and 6. And he's just going to work J.D. McKissick underneath. Check down. You get 5 yards. And in this case, I think it's the proper decision. I've talked about how I don't love this play. It's just personally I don't love it. It's just, it's very, you have to be very on time or the play is kind of over because everyone's running to the perimeter. So, you're not, nothing's happening over the middle. Anyway, you get the check down, you get 5 yards. 1st and 10, this is a pretty standard stick concept. Just slant out, or he's sitting in the zone. He's reading the zone, whether he's going out, whether he's running, spot, just shallow, and then kind of vertical. So let me do it one more time. Slant, and then option to go there or to just sit, and then flat, and then boom, just like that. 1st and 10, and Logan Thomas just going to go kind of just turn around and 9 yards. This is just easy, simple stuff. You get 9 yards there. 2nd and 1. Now on 2nd and 1, and this was a negative play by Taylor Heinicke. He should have had a touchdown. Antonio Gandy Golden either should have had his first career touchdown or Sims should have had one. It ends as a 7-yard loss and a sack, and it shouldn't have. And you've got the same on both sides, right? It's just this and that, this and that. He starts right, and it just so happens, and you can kind of see the numbers game here where no one's there on the right side, and then you look over here, and both of them are there on the left side. He reads right, it's not there. It's not there. I mean, you could say you could try to get this ball in there to Logan Thomas, just beam it in there, sure. But I would say no. That defender sat on him. The Cam Sims is really not open. And then we come to this side, and Steven Sims is open, and Antonio Gandy Golden is open. And at this point, he's worked from Logan Thomas to Cam Sims, and then steps up and then tries to move and just slips and falls. And I mean, at that point, Steven Sims and Gandy Golden are not open, but if he starts left, he's got a touchdown to Steven Sims up at the top. Right. And you see Sims is running a little whip route just like that. So I don't know. This is, I think, a pre-snap determination of whether I want to start off left or whether I want to start out right. And I think that this was just a bad decision here to start off on this side as opposed to this side. So you get a second and 1 7-yard loss, and it puts you in 3rd and 8. And again, we'd love for him to just see this here and throw that or throw that, and that's a touchdown for him. And now on 3rd and 8, you really can't afford to have this. This appears to be a miscommunication. At first, it seemed like this ball was just thrown over the head of Logan Thomas, but then you see there's nobody in the area where Heinicke is throwing it, right? You can see it from right here. He's throwing this ball back there. There's nobody back there. He's not throwing it to Logan Thomas. Now, watch Logan Thomas here after the play. Looks at Cam Sims and kind of throws his hands up. And it seems like Cam Sims was maybe supposed to run a post route here. Or Heinicke had it wrong. It seems like either that was supposed to happen with this, or Heinicke was mistaken. But either way, there's a miscommunication. So that's why this is incomplete here. And now on 4th and 8, this is an impressive play by Taylor Heinicke. He's going to extend the play, get out of the pocket. They're kind of spying him, actually. Right? It looks like Brian Burns spying him. And you'll see that right here. They say he's not going to run for this. He's spying the quarterback, okay? Heinicke drop back. And, you just got a bunch of run to the end zone and turn around. Now, he could have probably thrown this to Logan Thomas right when he turned around, okay? Anyway, he gets out of the pocket, and then he flips his hips back around and throws this ball to Logan Thomas inside, and then it's a touchdown, except holding penalty. That is, very questionable, I would say, on Wes Schweitzer. I think it's a better acting job, right there. It's a ticky-tacky call, I would say, and I would say the hands going up there is what, I don't really think he's being held, or you see that call not, made lots of times. Either way, this is an impressive play here by Taylor Heinicke to throw this ball all the way back across his body in the middle of the field. Most would advise you not to do that. Should have been a touchdown here. And a good job by Logan Thomas kind of just feeling it out and getting open there. So this ends up as a no play, and you get a 4th and 18. But it still was an impressive play for Taylor Heinicke. And the funny thing is, you look up at the top of the field, and he probably had this here as well. Could have made a throw there as well. But it doesn't matter. Either play is getting called back by a questionable holding penalty. And then here on 4th and 18, you're just kind of hoping for a wing and a prayer. Throws just the 50-50 jump ball to Antonio Gandy Golden. It's a one-on-one, so I like that decision. You found a one-on-one matchup. You got that one, and then you've got this one. Those are the only one-on-ones. So I like not going here. And so I'm fine with the decision. It's 4th and 18. Now, you could say, well, you could scramble around and try to see if something comes open for him. If he gets his ball up a little higher, maybe Gandy Golden can high point it. It's 4th and 18 though. There's not much, can't ask for much. You're just hoping for something to happen. Incomplete. All right, now it's 1st and 10, the 9-yard line. You had that long drive that came away with no points. Very unfortunate. I like the decisiveness here. I like Steven Sims coming back to the ball. You get 23 yards. Right. Take the snap. Boom. Throw this ball right as he's turning around. And you'll remember earlier in the game we talked about one play in particular with Dwayne Haskins on just a curl route where he's thrown the ball, long after the receiver's turned around. Here you see Sims is getting out of his break and this ball is being thrown. So that's the timing on that. That's what was missing earlier. 23 yards. 1st and 10, you get a scramble for 7 yards. I will say Antonio Gandy Golden should have had a catch here on this play. You get 7 yards, so it works out, but should have probably just been a completion to Antonio Gandy Golden right about here. But he's reading this way, and I don't think he ever works back to Gandy Golden. He just sees a lane and just takes off. And he could throw it here at this point. He kind of fakes it, but just run. It doesn't matter. You get 7 yards. 2nd and 3, and Logan Thomas is just going to kind of stop over the middle, and you're going to get 7 yards there. Again, not much to it. Got single high. He starts off right and works back over the middle, Logan Thomas, and you get 7. 1st and 10 here. I really like this throw by Taylor Heinicke, showing cover 2 or cover 4 look, right? Okay, not single high. They're showing 2 high. Ends up being single high. You're going to have this safety come down right there. The moment Heinicke sees that, he knows that he's hitting Logan Thomas up the seam, okay? Just good process, good execution, and a good throw. That's just dropped. I think this is a very good throw. I mean, it's right on his hands. It's right on his hands right there. And just dropped. Logan Thomas is not used to getting this throw this season from Alex Smith or Kyle Allen or Dwayne Haskins. I like this throw right here. It's an incompletion, but again, I like that he's reading this play out properly. Starting right, he's seeing that safety come down. It's not cover 2. The single high safety is all the way over here. I know I've got this seam route. Now you could say also maybe he could put this more just straight and put it directly on Logan Thomas' body if you want. But I like this throw. This should have been a catch. 2nd and 10 now. We've got a similar look out of bunch where you've got flat, corner, fly. Just 3 levels, high-low read. I don't love this decision here by Taylor Heinicke, and I also don't love the throw. Now again, you've got Isaiah Wright running over top of Antonio Gandy Golden. I'm positive that's not supposed to be happening. If it is supposed to be happening, I think it's supposed to be happening with much more distance between the two, but you see Gandy Golden get a bit, he stumbles a bit. And so, I mean, yeah, Isaiah Wright's not open. Not a good throw. I don't love that decision there by Taylor Heinicke. And you just have an incompletion. No turnover, at least. And now 3rd and 10, he does a good job avoiding the pressure. Off the edge, avoid the pressure, get out the pocket, and just take off and run and get 12 yards. I'm fine with that on 3rd and 10. A good job of dipping his shoulder, avoiding that pressure, stepping up, moving. Keep his eyes downfield. I think he's signaling Gandy Golden to get upfield. And I love that he does that, man. I love that he does that. We haven't seen that this year much. Signaling him, tell him get upfield. He steps out of bounds, so you can't throw that ball to him. He doesn't get his eyes back over the middle, or he may have seen Logan Thomas, but I don't think I don't think he needs to make that throw. Right there, and that's possibly interceptable. So that's the throw that would be ill-advised. I would say this one and this one are definitely ill-advised. This one, he may be saying that just to keep this defender going this way too. I don't know exactly what he's thinking, but I like that he's doing that, directing traffic, and then just running 12 yards. Good mobility. Now on 1st and 10, I think he wants Isaiah Wright over the middle. He's looking his way, and when he doesn't like it, just comes down and checks down to Logan Thomas. Right, and gets 13 yards there. a crazy kind of hurdle there. I think he's looking for Isaiah Wright, right about here, and doesn't like what he sees, probably with this underneath defender. He's just kind of subtly steps up in the pocket, and I mean, he could either take off and run, or he can throw to Logan Thomas. Either decision is fine. Throws to Logan Thomas, 13 yards. 1st and 10 now, and this is a really impressive play by Taylor Heinicke. Impressive one to stay in the pocket. Impressive to get through all of his progressions and then to throw an accurate ball and a touchdown down the field. This is impressive stuff. Start off by what he's saying, okay, and the way the play is designed. We've seen this quite a bit. We saw it earlier on this drive from bunch this time, from just trips right. And then this, all right, that's so you're reading it high-low based on the defenders. You're either throwing the corner route or you're throwing the check down or the flat route to Logan Thomas. And then you've got this dig over the middle. You got J.D. McKissic just going out into the flat, okay? He's going to read this out well, right? Watch him start right. Earlier, he tried this throw to Isaiah Wright. If he tries this throw to Isaiah Wright, now it's going to be intercepted, okay? This is not there. He reads this out well, knowing that that's not an option. You could go to Logan Thomas, but he wants to work back over the middle. Cam Sims, all right? Cam Sims, you've got him stepping down on it. That's not there, all right? Doesn't panic. Stays in the pocket. Works all the way back to J.D. McKissic, who's now working downfield to the end zone. And then throws this ball about 45 yards on a rope. A beautiful throw. Just a good play by Taylor Heinicke. Offensive line gave you time. You can use it. Stay in the pocket. Don't leave too early. Doesn't like what he sees. Manipulates the pocket. Man, I love that. That's beautiful stuff, man. That's really good stuff by Taylor Heinicke. I don't know what the future holds for this kid. There's a reason. I'm sure he's bounced around, but this right here is impressive. Learn from earlier, not making that throw, and then boom, standing in the face of pressure, not rushing from the pocket, not leaving, not panicking, staying poised, manipulating, moving around in the pocket, arm strength. He doesn't have much room, can't really step into the throw here. Really good play there. Really good play on the last attempt of the game by Taylor Heinicke. One more time. Right. Nope. Back middle. And then all the way back left. He worked all the way from the right back to the left. The offensive line gave him time. He took advantage of it. A good play. Touchdown. He deserves it. Like I said at the beginning, I believe Dwayne Haskins' worst game definitely as a starter. Worst performance outside of maybe his first time hitting the field against the Giants a year ago. I'd give his performance an F, a D- at best. He was highly inaccurate. He was really bad in the pocket. And even the plays where he was able to get the ball to guys outside of the pocket, it was unnecessary, everything that happened. It was much easier to just operate inside the design of the play. Bad game. He deserved to be benched. He could have been benched right out of halftime. Taylor Heinicke stepped in. Taylor Heinicke, I'd give a B. He really had 3 bad throws. Down the seam to Sims that could have been intercepted. One to right along the sideline that just shouldn't have been attempted. And then not really a bad throw, but a bad sequence where he got sacked when he had guys open on the left side for the touchdown, but he read right. So Heinicke just really outperformed Dwayne Haskins. And we'll see if he gets another opportunity coming up the following week. Hoping Dwayne Haskins gets other opportunities, hoping he works on the issues he has on the field and is able to handle some of the things off the field that need to be handled as well. Thank you for watching this again. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, do all of that. You know the drill. Just do all that and then also go to Hot Chikn Kitchn if you're local. Thank you again for watching and listen to our podcast and follow us on Twitter as well.